So, morning kiddies. This morning we are just getting done up and we're off to Westmorland show for an hour. It's only down the road from us. We actually live in the county town of Westmorland, Appleby in Westmorland. So yeah, it's a pretty local show for us. I am finding this challenging. He does not want to be friends with me. He does not. I can usually win them over. I feel like he's just going to back up and charge me at any second. Maybe if I put him in a corner and like forced him to love me. Don't try and get me. When? No. I'll keep trying. Does anyone remember the very, very tiny little lamb that was born? That's it now.
Don't die. Come on, you can do this.
And I'll take you in. But not me, because I'm soft. We normally put pet lambs outside. Always have done. And then we were told, a friend of ours told us, don't do that. Don't do that. They need to stay inside, eat half feed, because you end up giving them, I don't know, I think I'd asked him about, they literally had the shits all the time, these pet lambs last year. They did really well, but they were really loose all the time. And that's what he said, you literally need to keep them inside on straw, hay and feed. So these are this year's. They're not quite as fun though when they're not prancing around the garden, do you know what I mean? As of yet, we have not had to crack the tractor out to take silage to the field. The Merlot is winning at life. It's filthy, but it's winning at life. So yesterday I used this for sort of like rolling the pit. Wasn't ideal. It's not actually what it's meant for, but it works. It works. Let's do a Tom Pemberton. Imagine those pipes are on. I've just put the wrong thing on. I needed to put the shear grab on. What am I even doing? Oh, I'm such a liability right now. No wonder why it's cross at me. Jesus Christ. Finally, this is where we need to be. Jeez. No pressure or anything while he's dressed with a shirt on and jeans. Move. Kinda need two hands to do this though, guys. Ooh. How cute is Autumn Sky today? Look, we're gathering the sheep. Just having a little wander. Don't you think about running away. Get back with your friends, you. Oh, he's just having a chinwag on phone. Well, me and Ray have come to the Westmorland show. And we had to park like where we're not meant to. because the fields are really muddy and we will literally just get stuck. Oh, is it Hortons or is it Howans? That's some good welding, that. Look at that. What a nice bead. We're just reading about cars. Apparently it's rare. I've met the police. I'm being educated on cars here. Apparently it was the same engine what was in a Range Rover and a TVR. Who knew? Oh, look at this all done up. Who thinks I could take on a project? Alison. Hiya! She's live in it. She's live in it. Oh my god, who's this? That's my t-shirt.
So the Rosettes will be coming forward in just a moment as Lee Michael Morley leads this fabulous lineup out of the arena. This is Stanley Field's Prince Albert, the winner of the Ridden Heavy Horse. Come on. Big round of applause. Come on, girls. Make this ring thunder.
And boy.
And I dare you to tell me that Clydesdales and Shires are boring. Many thanks. Can we have a steward to open that gate, please? It would help.
Hello, how are you? Aviation updates! It's a pig in a trailer. We could have had a catch up outside co-op or outside our house or outside school, but instead we choose to do it at a show which is 30 miles away. We have had a wonderful day at the Westmorland County Show, which is actually our most local big show. It's a 2-day event. A couple of people we knew were there yesterday. Found some good friends today. Made some really good contacts, really Jersey cows, that sort of thing, which was really interesting for us. That's mostly really what we were going for, to be fair. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed little clippets of the show as well. I didn't do a whole full thing of a show because, let's be honest, by the time you've walked around all the machinery stands, every single show looks pretty much exactly the same, with the same tractors and the same stuff. Got home from the show and there's barely anything to eat, so we're just going to live off some eggs because, you know, local farmers and all that. Still not made friends. We will attempt to again tomorrow. Hi kids. After a pretty eventful day yesterday at the show, I am back today and the weather is very conducive, conductive, whatever the word is. There's me trying to be clever. With planting some hedging trees. It's wet again, basically, is what I'm saying. The wetter, yeah, I didn't go there. So I look rough. Soz. I've got my earphone in upside down because I prefer it in this ear, but actually it's meant to look slightly cooler like that. I bought them because it said they were good for deaf people. Still not done anything about that. Probably should. I know I'm going to get hot, so I'm just going to take a couple of layers off. This was all scraped off and mounded ready for tree planting. So regenerative of us. The problem being it got too hot, far too hot, in the period that we're allowed to plant them last time. So we planted them all in the garden, in the compost, in the beautiful soil that I created for my vegetables, and they then got plants like this in. So my little tiny plants now look like little tiny trees. probably done better than any hedging plants you'll ever see in your life. They were literally bedded on cow shit. So my task is to try to plant them in here. Now, they're not going to struggle being overpied by grass because of the time of the year. The grass is basically stopping growing now. And there's no red shank in here. So, and they are pretty tall, to be fair. They are little trees, as I said. So, if I was doing it really hard work, I'd scrape it all off. I'll go and get some fleece, and I think I'll lay it over the top just to stop any weeds coming. But yeah, I'm going to stick some hedging plants in. Feel free to tell me I'm doing it wrong. I will accept your hatred with the love that it was intended and hold it close to my heart. But yeah, that's what I'm on with right now. It is exceptionally boring. Thank God music plays on your phone while it's in time-lapse mode. And obviously, they think they're being fed because I started the quad bike. It's just, the whole thing's just dreadful. But you will be glad to know that I was invited so kindly. I've actually been invited twice now to the Farmers Weekly Awards in London. And then yesterday I was invited to the Farmers Guardian British Farming Awards in Birmingham. Like, I can't comprehend the whole thing. It's just crazy because it's just me with my phone in my hand and I'm just doing what we all do. Like, it's just no different. I can't afford a nice dress, even though I saw one online, a Karen Millen one, but I don't have a spare 300 quid to spend on a frock, as my grandma would say. So I went on eBay and got it for 60 quid. Booshka! That made me happy. So hopefully it'll arrive in time, because obviously the postage isn't quite as reliable with eBay. But yeah, I'm going to stop talking shite. Sorry I've sworn so much. I'm in a really peculiar mood. Hedging. Enjoy. Enjoy. I'll take either, to be fair.
This can't be the last time that I see you. It can't be true. Hold back honest words.
Oh, just on the off chance people were interested, even though it isn't everyone's cup of tea, and it's definitely not Roy's cup of tea. He hates this kind of thing. I love it, he hates it. We're very, very different. It is 6 plants a metre. And the majority of them are hawthorn, and then you do have a choice to either mix different species of plants in amongst the hawthorn, or you can do blocks of different things like privet. What did we do? We had sloes, privets, crab apples. Honestly, there's loads of different plants. I'll find out, because some people might be interested, or you might just switch off and never speak to me again for being so desperately boring. But yeah, 6 plants a metre. So in this stretch, what I'm going to do, because they're very small stretches, is I'm just going to mix in different species of plants within all of the hawthorn that I'm putting. Hawthorn's incredibly slow growing. The other plants, obviously, well, evidently from the size of them, are fast growing compared to the hawthorn. So yeah, enjoy.
It can't be true. Your soft heart glows in the hot falling rain. Night, we can light.
Think that I was actually interested, and we all know I am not.
Sail with me from the troubles in our life.
So I've just come back to the house to pick these. So these are the hedging plants that weren't hawthorn, that we ran out of room. Well, no, we ran out of time, sorry, not room. Last time we planted hedges. So I am plucking them from their very comfortable vegetable garden bed, trying to avoid nettles in the process, and then I'm going to take them across there and plant them. I have a problem. I've come back after tea, and a couple of the cows have been leaning over and pulling out the plants. So I'm thinking, I've brought the dog with me, just for crack. Cows think she's mightily interesting. Probably a mistake, but she needs to get used to it, and they need to get used to it. If you're a member of the general public, as in non-farming, you do not take dogs in fields with cows, no matter how much of a right you think you've got. I wouldn't bother. I wouldn't bother. I wouldn't be particularly happy walking that dog through this field of cows that are mine. So I don't know why anyone else should feel the need to do it. It's just common sense. Actually, that one there. Oh, she's come for a nosy now. And to be fair, look at the way they're looking at her. Myra. The geese are coming back. First time I've heard him. How do they find their way home? Do you know 3 geese eat the same as 1 sheep? Nearly there. I've only got to go to there. And then I'll stick all the guards on. The cows, they're leaning over and trying to nibble. I think I'd be better off chopping them all to the level of the tree guards just to protect them, because I think that they're going to be too much for temptation. Either that or go and get an electric fence. To be fair though, I'd have to electric fence both sides or keep the cows out of here. Yeah, I think I'll just chop them. I don't think it'll do them any harm. In fact, I think it'll probably mean that it's expelling its energy on growing the trunk rather than the leaves, which it doesn't actually need at this time of year, to be fair. It's not spring. It's not like shooting growing. Hello? Do you think I'm talking to you? She thinks I'm talking to her. Aren't you? See her run around some sheep? There's some next to me. We. Oh my God, this darkness mode thing makes a proper difference. You'd think it was daylight. It's actually going dark, believe it or not. I bet Roy says they'll be fine. By tomorrow, that tall, beautiful one there's gone. I bet a cow's nibbled it. You heard it here first. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. As always, I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll see you next time.